There's 3 doors here too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But it looked like 2 of them were already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open.
And I haven't been in... Hold on. And I haven't been in this store yet.
Perhaps the layout here is different.
Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first. The Golem Bay. Wait, and Did they meet Golem? They didn't. Huh. What's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quirk, not look at a workbench. You can check out the far end, alright?
Well.
Nothing. He's not here either. Hey, Kay. How's it going over there? Wait a second. Why is that safe open? Kay? Can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked toward him as I spoke. Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there
No,
before?
it was empty when I found it.
Was
Yes.
it? Then what are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? I think that was Dio, Phi, and Clover. But they went to the treatment center.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center.
So I think I called it. Depending on who you go with, the door opens.
The nameplate on this door says this is the Golem Bay, however.
So you're saying they didn't go here?
I believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open this safe, who did?
Whoever did took the key to Kay's suit. Well, there's no point in thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, and there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep, let's get moving then. I need to keep a note on which rooms have the lions in them, because I think those are the rooms I need to pay the most attention to. So this is the treatment center, huh?
This is the room that Dio visited.
Don't you think that's kind of strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there 2 rooms on the other side of the green door?
An excellent question.
We can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden or small holes he might have escaped through. The answer was we found nothing. Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
The windows all covered with frost on the inside. I can't see in.
Shall we open it?
Yeah, might as well. Have at it. And...
What?
there he is. Quark. No. Oh no.
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? I quickly pressed a finger Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. He's alive.
What a relief.
Quark wasn't meant to be in the game. Quark was never meant to be in the game.
I'm so glad to know he's safe.
No, Quark was meant to be in the game. His name's on the board. I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much of one as I could manage. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Senior took it off?
What? Why?
I have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Senior brought Quark here, put him in this pod thing too. Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
Oh, he was doing the same thing we were doing. He's sick? What has he got?
How would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
Yeah, I bet. Do you think you can carry him,
No,
or...?
I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised. I'll
Oh,
close the pod's cover then. Is that alright?
yeah, sure. If I go get everyone and then bring him back and he's gone, oh, there's going to be a shitstorm. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's going to be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open the thing on his
He'll
own?
be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed?
Yes, that is what I said, but you needn't worry. You see, I have not engaged the lock.
Yet.
Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's do that thing, because we finally found Quark after all this time. So he was just chilling. This whole time, he was just chilling in the treatment center. Why didn't I think of that? Why did I not think of that being a possibility? Oh well. No one's gonna be in the warehouse, are they? Oh, never mind.
Late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
Wait, weren't you guys in a group? This is it?
Yeah. Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we sure
Yeah?
did.
Well, go on, spill it.
We found the child. I explained to them how we'd found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Well, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
You weren't worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Maybe. Because Radical 6 one hell of an illness. Well, probably.
Do you even...
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
Alright.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask you about first, though. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. Then what was that other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know, where that intersection with the 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
It might possibly have been. I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door?
Yeah,
What was in there?
nothing
It
really.
appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
The key to his suit. Who knows?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late.
And I know where they are.
Should we go and look for them?
No, there's something I want to check first.
Never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with.
What are we gonna go check, Sigma? Tell me. Show me.
Huh.
Oh, right.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
Was there something here you needed to see?
Why, yes. I said nothing and instead made my way over to the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached it and pulled it out, then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark and I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why? You scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You too, Fi, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah, I want to see the underside of
What do
them.
you mean by that?
I mean the side of the bottom. The side that doesn't have the display on it. Come on, you really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet's a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Fi stuck out their arms. I held up mine as well, wrist pointed upward.
This okay?
Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists.
Ugh, cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Fi's bracelet's clean. So's mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Dio? Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio. We don't have time for
Why
this.
do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but you're not gonna find it on me.
Oh. Oh, hun. I definitely am. Then just show me your arm.
No! You don't get to order me around, I have rights!
This is the Nonary game. You don't have rights. As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get far.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
He spun around toward the other exit. Stop him.
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All three of us leapt at Dio. And we all tumbled together. Oh! Whoa! I knew it. His bracelet's glowing. Then that means...
Let me go!
that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand. This is all some kind of... a mistake. Shit!
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained to Fi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist. Or rather, what
So
I
the person
lacked.
with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they wiped it off, I figured the luminol will still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, Dio. You might as well confess. Well?
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Why?
Are you Zero?
No, I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
Right. He said that we had no idea how hard it was for him to get in here. But it makes perfect sense, except how would he have killed her and got the body into the separate one? To do what?
Who gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That
Tread
wasn't you?
carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
But where would we put
Is
him?
there a room we can lock or anything?
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods. Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
No, you won't. Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with
Come
that.
on, please. Hey, listen to me.
We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's going to need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop! Please! No, you can't! Ah!
Jeez, what is Kay doing to him? Is he twisting him into a pretzel? Holy. That was brutal to hear.
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
Uh-huh. So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
I know where they are, but that's very unfortunate for both of us. Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point.
Let's go.
Let's go do that thing. And I can't skip it, so obviously something bad's gonna happen. Huh, looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man, now we've gotta go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
It's only been 30 minutes? Oh my gosh.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Kay and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Shoot. Oh
Yeah.
yeah?
Quark's bracelet. When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know?
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty
I
much.
see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game.
What?
We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We wouldn't be able to go through the secondary door. Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo.
So he'd be pairing up with Tenmyoji and Clover.
That would mean he'd be with the cyan pair.
Who's the cyan pair?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
The 2 people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his 2 teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet? Also, where's Alice and Luna's bracelets? Because I need those.
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. Primary doors haven't even opened
Perhaps
yet.
someone opened one of them. I
How?
don't know, but it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
Could it be the person with the number 9 bracelet can open all the doors? But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter?
Fair point.
Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero's senior?
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we won't know where they went until the doors open like the rest of us.
So I would assume.
But I know that's not true. This is still all just speculation, though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so they don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Excellent.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, all right? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. So we got Quark and Dio in the treatment center. We have Phi in the floor B warehouse. Me and Kay are going on an adventure to find where our friends are handcuffed to a sink. And that's pretty much where we are at this moment. Or they're in the pantry, which is worse. This is the pantry?
So it would appear.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, looks like they're not
When
here.
we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not going to do us any good to hang around here, though. Let's head
Very well.
upstairs. I would love to skip this cause it's annoying. The lost book quagmire. Do 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 do. And here's where the badness is. Oh, wait, no, this is the lounge. Never mind. Wrong room. No one here either. Tenmuji loves scotch so much, I thought we might find him here drinking some. It was around that time I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably would have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I'd gotten so used to that suit, I kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually...
Oh?
I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes.
What did you remember?
My father.
When... When, Dad, you remember that? Did it just pop out of nowhere? Is that a mistake or is that intentional?
Please, don't joke.
Okay, it was totally intentional.
This is serious.
Sorry. So you remembered who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well,
Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
I could totally imagine. That suit is not actually a suit, this is actual body. And that's just zero, I love it.
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother and father and child would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and as usual was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of the lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I'd still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course, it was only programmed to look that way. The robot's facade was sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I can continue to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen, apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment, I thought my father had created a new robot. When I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Also, I need to say it. I need to say it. Little K, him saying that the place looked familiar, he was raised in maybe not this exact facility, but a gosh darn replica. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I'd never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I even thought about. My father got in trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before, it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day I got the family I longed for, since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help with my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful. But most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Is that the old woman in the infirmary? I need to guess that. Also, this guy looks like a weirder version of Ace. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I had been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There's only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor and with it the entire facility, but she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She'd made me feel as though I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that altogether that she was the most important person in my life. There was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that's why I lost my memory. Jeez. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remembered almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh?
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
Go for it. What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
And then he just blows up. Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Tenmyoji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I'd better get moving then. I can't imagine it's very comfortable to lay down in a robot suit. But geez. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn. Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. We just left the lounge and we're going back in.
What's up with him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just as tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I'd wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and the dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything in here makes zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just going to melt and run out of my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but then there's still 100 other questions that we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Nevada. Why are we here? To play the Nonary game. What's this whole Nonary game thing for? My entertainment. And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, who is Zero Senior? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to, but... And there's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anyone here. I don't even know anything about you, Fi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. What? You heard that,
Yeah.
right?
It came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look. It wasn't a gunshot, but something more like banging.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the elevator?
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Yep. So then wait.
Thought so.
Let's go. Which door did they go down? Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Tenmyoji and Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them, but I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure? Dio
Huh?
admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe
Doesn't
him?
matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, let's go. So we have K's past. We have someone walking around doing random things. We headed to the first pod. I cracked open the pod and lifted it back. And Quark's still there. Alright. There is Quark, sound asleep.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing.
The wooden cave started freaking out the second we walked in
How
the door.
about Dio?
Let's open his. Oh my god. What the hell?
Check his pulse!
It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead.
Look,
Someone shut off the oxygen.
the oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
So that means he's asphyxiated. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who? Me and Fi were there. Quark was in the next pod.
Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on. Look,
Without waiting for me to follow, Fi turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed. Fi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay, wake up. Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
So Dio's dead. We explained about how we found Dio dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
there's also Quark.
What? No, that's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, which he can do, by the way, killed Dio, then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
It's true, but she wouldn't have freaked out like that, though.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope. Not a single gosh darn time. We should probably go check the
In any
infirmary.
event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
We only have 7 minutes. We've only got 7 minutes till the primary door's open.
Alright, let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, where is Dio's bracelet?
His what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
Where are Alice and Luna's bracelets?
I fear not.
Then we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on our way back and grab the
All
bracelet.
3 of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
Thank you, Kay. The yellow pair of bracelets? Were these Alice and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
Thank you, Kay. I'm sorry that you betrayed me in the beginning. Or maybe I shouldn't be apologizing that you betrayed me, but I'm sorry for being a jerk to you after that. But we've grown closer. I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket.
Alright, let's get going.
Shit, they're not
Maybe
here.
they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet? Or what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough from it from Dio. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then you, Quark, Kay, and I are the only people still alive in
Hey,
here.
lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but
We heard a noise and turned. Hey, Kay.
I apologize for keeping you.
did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but
Is the display smashed?
best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
I
What?
knew it. What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no
I
point.
can't say for sure, but if I were to guess,
Chromatic door 5.
with a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will...
Guys, no. Oh no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay.
They wanted to get me separated from everyone.
That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like
But
that.
if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? What kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ugh. This was bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... What?
The first is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurarine. I knew it!
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Yes! To each according to his needle. Yes! Yes! Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running toward the exit.
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment room. If I hadn't have listened to Clover for half an hour, I would not be able to do this right now. Yes! Oh, I'm so happy they don't need to die. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. Sweat was pouring off down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it. Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit, I can't save both of them.
1 minute.
1 minute? I spun around and shot out of the treatment center. Do I see K or Phi? I can't really inject K, can I?
3, 2, 1. Chromatic doors closing.
No. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and they gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurarine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Kay and Phi lay limp on the floor in front of me. In my mind, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or Kay? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable armor. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself toward Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholesterol inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gate gun on K. It'd never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. Is that anything kind of thing to say to someone who's about to die? How about something more tender?
No. Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you
Well, damn.
No goddamn way.
Way to be tender, Fi.
I'm not gonna...
Oh, if this goes to where where I was injected and she just saves me and says, oh, I'm not in debt to you anymore. That's gonna be the best. Her words slurred and slowed and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Fi's gonna be alright. But Kay... I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open. There's a hole here on the back of your head.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait, then he... But when could he have... Oh wait, he opened it?
Yes.
It's empty.
No.
But what if he'd lied? Could Kay have taken the key? How he'd gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was that Kay had been able to remove his armor. And he had. Holy shit. Then that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled toward Kay. Kay, wake up. Come on, talk to me. I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had. I didn't read that. Hold on. And wait through the warehouse and crew quarters, you headed for the elevator. Kay's plan is really, I bumped into Fi and we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you, or we saw your armor, I guess. By then, you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment center room and killed Dio. He must have turned off the oxygen into his pod, although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back before Fi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to floor A, all you needed you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. This is really elaborate for UK. The fact that you took off your armor. Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. You pretended to wake up, very disoriented and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes. Your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me.
The old woman... Yes.
I couldn't...
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
What?
She was like mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Wait, are you saying...
Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Whoa, hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. Cannot forget.
Forget? He wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with 2 heads devouring the sun, remember these letters.
Get in my notebook. Where is it? What letters do I gotta remember?
M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I.
Milk Evoli.
This will open the second gate.
What the hell? Hey, Kay, who told you to tell me this? No, who are you? Show me who you really are. I grabbed a hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug, tubocurarine. My vision began to blur and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. Kay? What is going on?